Hey, thanks for coming to the Home Team Leaders blog. And if you're checking out this video, you've probably gotten a little postcard in the mail with tube magnets inside. And you've probably been wondering, what's the deal with these tube magnets? And maybe you've taken some time to just kind of mess around with them and noticed that, if you put two sides together, they attract and they stick together. And if you flip it around, they repel each other and they don't stick together. And you've probably noticed this before. This isn't the first time. I hope you're not just caught up in the wonder of science now, and you can listen to the rest of the stuff that I'm talking about today. But today we're talking about conflict resolution, and we want to be the types of people that attract people together and not repel people. And that really boils down to how we handle conflict. Conflict happens all of the time. If you've been a home team leader for more than a few months, or maybe you're just a brand new home team leader, but chances are you experience some type of conflict in your home team. And I just want to give you a few quick principles, some quick ideas about how to handle conflict when it arises. And my first number one tip here is to just think about, is this conflict really worth your time and attention? A lot of times we get sidetracked by things that really aren't that important, things that just kind of suck our energy, suck our time, and we kind of get caught up in that, and we kind of pick the wrong battles to fight. And you know what happens when we do this? If every time every little disagreement comes up and we pour all of our energy into it, when something really serious happens, something that really deserves our time and attention, something that really needs us to step up and solve the problem, we're not taking it seriously. We're not taking, you as a leader, you kind of lost your credibility, that you're just someone that tackles every single little bit of confusion, but we want to be focused. And when you step in to handle conflict, you want the respect of the people in your group. And this means you're going to have some personal criteria, some things that you're going to have to, when a conflict arises, you have to run it through your own filter and say, is this something that I need to address? And one of the greatest questions that I ask myself when a conflict arises is I ask myself, what's the worst thing that could happen if I don't respond to this? And and honestly, that really sharpens my focus. It really gets me down to this is something that I either do or do not need to address. Another thing that I do, if I still have a little bit of fuzziness in the decision after I ask myself that question, I'll go ask a neutral third party, someone that I respect, someone that is not emotionally attached to the situation. Because a lot of times, our emotions get involved in it. We feel it's something we need to do, but an outside source could really give us some guidance. And notice I said, one neutral party. This isn't something that you need to be asking 5, 6, 7 other people, because that's gossip, and that's really spreading stuff around that we don't need to be doing. I encourage you to find someone you respect. Maybe it's someone on your home team. Maybe it's a coach, a home team coach. Maybe it's myself or one of the other members of the church staff that you have a relationship with, that you feel comfortable talking to. I encourage you to get that opinion of the neutral third party. They can help you determine whether this is something that you need to do. The next thing you need to do is kind of measure your response. If you've decided, okay, this is something that I need to address, this is something I need to go forward with, how exactly am I going to do that? Because you don't want it to be overwhelming. I mean, if a friend has a mosquito sitting on their arm, you're not going to take a hammer and smash the mosquito, because your friend's going to be more upset that you hit him with a hammer than you took care of that little mosquito. The conflict needs to match the response to it. And the ultimate goal in this is to help both sides reach a mutual resolution. I mean, you want both sides to end up coming together at the end, and that's your reason for handling this conflict. So really be careful how you handle it. There's a couple tips that I have on just some basic things on handling conflict when you have to confront someone. First of all, don't do it on the phone. Don't do it on email. Don't leave messages. Don't do stuff like that when you're not doing it face to face, because so much stuff can get messed up in that. When you sit down with someone face to face, you're a lot more careful with your words. You use just the way that your body posture is, the way that your eyes are. All of those things are also sending a message to that person that really tell the whole message of what you're trying to say. And when you talk over the phone or you send an email, a lot of that stuff is missed, and it can make the conflict worse than it probably should be. And I've seen that over and over again, trying to settle things, in just an easy way. The easy way out is to send them a note or send them an email. You know what? It's not the easy way. It's gonna make a mess for you later on. So do it in person. Just sit down with the person and talk about the situation. Be open with them. Be honest. You know what? As you put these things into practice, I want just these magnets to be kind of a constant reminder for you. I want you to put them someplace, maybe around your house or somewhere, maybe in your car, where you're going to see them all the time. And the question that I want you to ask yourself whenever you see these magnets is, am I the type of person who repels people or the type of person who attracts people? Because the way we handle conflict is really going to determine that question.